Everybody, my name is Mary. I am an esthetician. I've been an esthetician for 7 years and I've been waxing for 6 years. I'm coming to you with a tutorial about Brazilian waxing. Yes, ladies, a pretty kitty. I'm coming to you with a tutorial. Most of my clients ask me to do a tutorial because they said I give them so much information before they come in to get waxed. So I'm gonna do this tutorial today for you guys. If you like it, do a thumbs up for me on my channel, Skin Goddess. And I'm so excited to do this tutorial today. So let's jump right in. Basically, before you think about getting waxed or you want to be waxed, you should research. Do your research. Go on Google or YouTube. YouTube has a lot of videos about Brazilian waxing. And they also give you so much information about Brazilian waxing. There is not YouTube I've gone on about Brazilian waxing where they don't show you mostly everything. So before you decide to say, oh, I want to do it, research. Do your research. Go on YouTube, Google. Sometimes ask your friends. Sometimes that could be a good thing and a bad thing because everybody's experience is not the same. Sometimes your friends be like, no, don't do it. I've done it. It hurts. It does hurt. Beauty is pain though, right? So, if you do everything that the esthetician or the waxer is telling you to do beforehand, you won't have that bad experience. Okay, so just do your research first before you decide. And then when you decide, you say, okay, I want to do it. You want to find a facility that does waxing, whether it be a spa or just a wax center. You want to do your research on them, go on their websites. Some of them have websites where their esthetician and waxer have reviews. Check out their reviews, check out the waxer reviews, check out the esthetician reviews. Um, their clients leave good reviews, some leave bad reviews. So just go on there and look at the waxer and esthetician reviews, look at the facility reviews, and see if that's the place that you want to go to and get waxed. Sometimes your girlfriends suggest waxing places that they've gone to or waxers they've gone to. And they'll say, oh, Mary, she was great. I was my first time. She made me feel at ease. I was so comfortable with her. So, sometimes they suggest places too or people that are estheticians or waxers. So just do your research. And then when you're ready to come in, you call the facility. Most facilities have a service menu where it says Brazilian, full bikini, or bikini line. And there's a difference. Brazilian is from the rooter to the tutor. Brazilian is front and back clean. Okay. The bikini full is just you go in a little bit more. You don't take everything off. You just probably leave like a triangle or something like that. You don't take everything off. So it's just a little bit more deeper than the bikini line. And it doesn't cover the back. Some people do the back with the bikini full, and some places don't do the back with a bikini full. So you just have to look at their service menu. The bikini line is just the sides and the top clean. That's it. Okay, you don't go in the back, you don't clean everything off. It's just the sides and the top. So every service menu for every facility is not the same. So you just have to go on their website and see what their services are. And also some places have where you can get your underarms done and your legs done or your eyebrows or your chin done. So if you wanted to add something else onto that, Brazilian wax or full bikini wax, you can do that. So just go on their website, look at their service menu, look at how much they charge, because every place don't charge the same. So you can look at every place. When you do look at the websites, you can look at places and see how much they charge before you come in, so you won't be surprised. Okay. Also, with that, after you've done that, you've done your research, you found the place, you found the waxer you want to go to, you make your appointment. When you come in, usually before you come in, I tell my clients to exfoliate. Exfoliation is very good because you're getting up that skin and it's going to make the waxing process easier for you. and for your waxer. So when my clients call me to get waxed, I usually tell them to exfoliate the night before. And when they exfoliate, you're just getting a body wash or a soap that has exfoliating beads in it. And that's going to scrub your skin really good and get that dead skin up so that your hairs can not be resistant. They'll come right out. Before you come in to get waxed, you should not be shaved. You want to at least wait 2 weeks for those hairs to grow. If you've shaved, you want to wait at least 2 weeks for those hairs to grow back in to come and get waxed. So, you want to do that way beforehand. So when you are thinking about getting waxed, you want to make sure that those hairs are 1/4 of an inch. That's the size of a grain of rice. And usually facilities don't tell you that. Some people, facilities do say that on their website. The before you come in, the hair should be 1/4 of an inch. That's the size of a grain of rice. Or you should exfoliate, and some places don't. So basically I tell my clients to exfoliate the night before. If you have a low pain tolerance, takes 2 aspirin 30 minutes before you come to get waxed. Some people like numbing creams. If you're going to do a numbing cream, you want to do it 45 to an hour before or 30 minutes before you come in to get waxed, because you want that numb down there. You don't want it to be still feeling it, during the wax. Some creams work, some don't. There's Asper cream, there's tube skin, there's no screen cream. So there's a lot of numbing creams. You have to just Google numbing cream and they should pop right up. But some people do that before they come in to get waxed. After you come in and get waxed, usually your esthetician or your waxer greets you by your name. They take you to the room. Some places have the waxer or esthetician stay in the room, and some people walk out of the room while you get undressed, and then once you're on the table, they come back in. So you just have to see what facility does what. I don't do that. I usually stay in the room because I'm not looking at you. I'm doing other things. And then once my client is up on the table, I turn around. Usually I'm asking them about their day. Did they just get off work or whatever? And then, and I'm doing other things while they get undressed. So you just have to figure out what your facility does, or if they step out the room or if they don't step out the room. And then usually the client is up on the table. You're up on the table. And then usually I use a cleanser first, and then after I use the cleanser, I take a powder and put it on the skin after the cleanser, because a powder is good for if you sweat or anything that during the wax process, it'll calm it down. Because the wax won't work if you're sweating. So that's what the powder is for. And then after that, I'm laying a strip down. Some places use soft wax, some places use hard wax. So you would have to find out on their website if they use hard or soft wax. My preference is hard wax. I like hard wax on the Brazilian. To me, it's more gentler on the skin. It's not as harsh on the skin as the honey wax is. Some places like to use the honey wax. I don't like to use the honey wax down here. Some places use the honey waxes for different areas of the Brazilian, and some places don't. So you just have to know what they use and what they don't use. A lot of my clients that have come to me said that they've used the honey wax at other places, and then when they come to me, they're like, oh my God, I'm strictly hard wax now. It's more gentler on the skin. It's not ouch, 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 ouch. So you just have to find out what they use, and they should say they use hard wax or soft wax. And then I talk to my clients during the process. If you're a waxer or esthetician, you have to have a personality waxing someone. And so basically I talk to my clients during the process of the Brazilian, making sure that they're okay. And basically I'm asking them about their day, or if they're going on a trip or somewhere, because it makes the time go by fast. A Brazilian should be only 10 to 15 minutes at the most. If you're doing 15 to 20 minutes, it's usually because if it's a new person that have never been waxed, I call them my virgins because they don't know anything about waxing. I usually take a longer time on them because I don't want to rush the process. I want them to have a good wax and I want them to have a good experience. So, and not that I rush my other clients either, but some of my other clients have been waxing longer. But I usually do my first time clients a little bit longer so they can have a great experience. And then you don't know what the hairs are like. Some people have coarse hair, dry skin, sensitive skin, fine hairs, thin hair. So you have to figure it out. They'll have to figure it out in the room what type of skin you have and your hairs. So and different nationalities have different hair types. So it's a lot going on in the wax room when you're in there. So, and plus your esthetician or waxer will know, once they've looked at your skin and looked at the hairs, they'll know. And you could sometimes tell them I have sensitive skin or I have dry skin. And then, usually people use different waxes for that too. Because there is a wax for dry skin, there's a wax for sensitive skin, there's a wax for coarse hair. So your esthetician and waxer be in the room doing all of that process for you. Um, and if you're allergic to anything, they should know that way beforehand, before when you make your appointment. You could tell them, and usually the guest service person that asks you, are you allergic to anything, or stuff like that. So they'll ask you all kinds of questions before you come in to get waxed. So basically, during the process when you're in the room, your waxer or esthetician should be talking to you, and then it makes the process go by faster. And then once you're done, I usually do a treatment. Treatments usually consist of something soothing, something hydrating for the skin after the wax is over with. So you won't get any bumps or irritations after the wax. So that's basically what the treatment covers. And then after the treatment, usually it's the back process. The back is 2 strips down. It's more better because it's only 2 strips down. It's not all over the place like the front is. And usually people tell me the back is better. So yeah, so that's the process for the back. And then after the back is over with, usually your esthetician or your waxer usually tell you the aftercare. Aftercare, sometimes they sell you a exfoliating treatment or a serum or something that's going to hydrate or soothe your skin after the wax is over with, that you can take home. So some places do that, some places don't. Or sometimes they suggest things after the wax is over with. Like usually I tell my clients to exfoliate the next day, not that night or that day, because you're already irritated after the wax is over with. Some of my clients wear jogger pants. Some of them don't wear any panties to their session. They wear jogger pants or they wear leggings because they don't want to irritate themselves after the wax is over with. So usually that's it. Basically, after the wax is over with, they're kind of telling you what to do after the wax. Exfoliation the next day, stay out the sun 24 hours. Some people do exercise afterwards. Sometimes I tell my clients to come before, because you don't want, when you're jogging, you're doing all this irritation stuff, So some estheticians and ab waxers tell them not to do that for 24 hours, but some people still do it, or some people come before and then they go after they get waxed. So, or they come after the gym. So it just depends on the person. And that's basically it. Like I said, if you are exfoliating twice a week and you're coming back every 3 to 4 weeks, consistency is key. I tell all my clients that if you're going to get waxed, you need to be consistent every 3 to 4 weeks. Sometimes it depends on your hormones. It depends on how fast your hair grows. So if you tell me, Mary, I can't come back in 3 to 4 weeks, I don't have no hair there, you can stretch it out to 6 weeks. 6 weeks is fine, but you want to come back consistently 3 to 4 weeks or every 6 weeks. You want to keep coming back so that you can have a good consistency with those hairs just coming right out, not being resistant. Not, I have some people that come every 6 months and then they be like, oh, it's hurting so bad. And I'm like, because you come every 6 months, you have to be consistent with waxing. That is the key. And exfoliating, that is the key. No shaving in between. If you're gonna make this a lifestyle for as far as getting wax, getting you Brazilian, whether it be bikini line, full, or Brazilian, be consistent with it. I don't think no one will ever get used to it, but if you're consistent, you'll be fine. You'll be good. And if you're exfoliating twice a week and you're doing all the things that your waxer or esthetician is telling you to do, you'll have a good experience. Also, don't go to someone that has never been waxed. If your waxer is if your wax is waxing you, or your esthetician is waxing you and they have never been waxed, they don't know how you feel. They have no clue. But they're waxing you though. So I just tell them, find someone that has been waxed or is still getting waxed, because they understand what you're going through and they sympathize. So that's really basically it, you guys. I hope you got some good pointers out of this. My shirt says, improve your selfies, see an esthetician. I think it's cute. So, ladies, if you have any questions, you could put them in the box below. Give me a thumbs up on this video. Again, I'm Skin Goddess, Mary, aka Skin Goddess, and I will talk to you guys. Oh, my channel will be about skincare, Brazilian waxing, some tutorials on that, some tutorials on chin, underarm, legs, waxing, some makeup. I love makeup, guys. I love makeup. So my channel will be about skincare, waxing, makeup. Sometimes I'll have my sister come on. She's a stylist. And sometimes you'll see my husband and my son Jackson. So this is my channel. Please subscribe. Until next time, peace.